There we go. For some reason, my mom thought my Pibby video was about Peppa Pig.
We see Peppa Pig. What? No. We see Porky Pig from Looney Tunes. I literally almost wrote Peppa Pig on my script.
So for Christmas, she got me that calendar. Now we got it in the background because I wanted to put it to use. Thanks, Mom. In today's video, let's once again look at comments that you all left on my previous Learning with Pibby videos. If you're a fan of Pibby and haven't checked out my previous videos, please go and watch them to hear some interesting theories from other fans, as well as a countdown list revealing every reference within the short. I greatly appreciate the massive support my content about Pibby has been getting. I really wasn't expecting it. I just wanted to talk about Pibby because I thought it was really interesting. And I saw nobody else counting down all the references, and I know way too much about cartoons, so I just thought it'd be a fun little task to make a video like that. Though at this point, I'm really wondering how much longer this will be relevant to people. It may, unfortunately, be a very long time before we hear anything more about Pibby, if it's even going to become anything more than just this short. So I don't really know how many more videos I can make about it just from reading comments. So I really want to know how many of you guys are still interested in this. So let's do this. If this video gets 250 likes within a week, I will make another Pibby comment reading video, and try to find other ways to make Pibby related videos. You know, it's pretty hard to come up with stuff because, again, it's just a short, you know, it's just a really good short. What else could we possibly pull? Likes on videos are very important and help my videos show up for other viewers. That's part of why this Pibby content has become so big for my channel. When you guys watch a lot of the video, leave likes and comments, that helps YouTube show it to other viewers who are interested in cartoons. And that's how they end up finding my channel and being able to share their own theories and such with you guys in the comments. So if there's still a big demand for more videos about Pibby, please let me know by supporting this video. Now let's get into the comments. Here's a theory about the series villain. In fact, we're probably going to mostly talk about the villain in today's video. AC is saying that maybe Bun Bun was originally the main character of the Learning with Pibby show within the Learning with Pibby universe, but Bun Bun was replaced by Pibby and demoted to being a side character. So when the glitch catches Bun Bun, it uses his jealousy to spread destruction. Like mentioned here, it's a very similar situation to Mickey Mouse and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And though I don't really know much about this game, but isn't this sort of the plot to Bendy and the Ink Machine as well? This seems like a cool idea. It honestly sounds like a very legitimate plot that the series could go with. It's fourth wall breaking to an extent, and references a real world cartoon history event. I wonder if this sort of scenario could even span into having the series show us the creators and maybe like live action segments of them creating the show or trying to help Pibby or weird things like that. It would give a surprising motivation for Bun Bun to be the villain for sure. Great concept. Here's one quickly about Pibby's bandaged arm. In my previous video, I pointed out how Pibby's arm with the bandage is actually supposed to be covering up a glitch. It doesn't really come across in the actual trailer, but there's some concept art showing it. This comment here points out that the arm that's injured is actually the same one she's holding Bun Bun with at the very beginning of the trailer. So it's fair to assume it may have gotten infected right then and there, and just wasn't noticed until maybe later on, because we don't see much evidence of it when Pibby is visiting her first worlds on her journey. It definitely seems like the bandage comes a little later, even after she gets her eye patch. But yeah, it's definitely possible it isn't noticed until later on because it takes time to spread or something. Maybe she just eventually kind of gets sick and they notice it on her arm. The same way that zombie bites in The Walking Dead work. What do you all think of this idea? A few people have mentioned this, and this could be a pretty significant theory. Right now, a big mystery is the origin of the evil glitch. We hardly have any hint about what it actually is or what its goal is. It's just, you know, a terrifying glitch. Though, apparently, on the leaked pitch document for the series, there's a page about corrupted Bun Bun, and it mentions some potential origins. It says and shows that corrupted Bun Bun speaks using internet slang to taunt Pibby. His concept art shows him covered with meme emojis. Also, hang on, this page also specifically calls the glitch The Darkness, and it's capitalized, so that must be the official name for this unknown villain. I guess I should be using that from now on. So this comment and many others have theories suggesting that the darkness is a manifestation of the internet in some way. Possibly representing how maybe the internet and streaming services are literally taking over and destroying cable television, which is what this comment here suggests. I honestly really love that idea. It's extremely meta and relevant, and I guess a lot of people would be able to connect with it. But if Pibby ends up being a series that airs on cable, well, that'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? It could even become sort of wholesome and interesting by the end. Maybe end up telling a story about the memories people have of watching old TV. All the minor inconveniences of commercials and such that come on TV that don't necessarily exist on streaming anymore. Sort of create some interesting parallels between the two mediums. I really wish we got to see more of this internet slang focus. What? I wish we got to see more of this internet slang focus in the actual pilot trailer, because that would have helped us give us more context for sure, and just would have added some more personality. In the trailer, the darkness is just a terrifying mass of nothing, but from the pitch Bible, it seems like they intend to give it some sort of immature and snarky personality that it would convey by speaking through Bun Bun. And, I mean, maybe even speaking through the other cartoon characters. Could you imagine that if they even got original voice actors and just had, like, corrupted SpongeBob say,
Oh, Pibby sucks ratio.
I really like this idea, so I wish we got to see it in action in the trailer. Bun Bun is Pibby's best friend, so it would actually be a pretty compelling arc to see Pibby trying to rescue him, even while he's completely brainwashed and not acting like himself, needing to, like, fight back on his corruption. You know, we see that kind of thing in stories all the time, and it always works pretty darn well. It could end up being, like, pretty emotional, honestly, depending on how they write it. But the fact that Bun Bun would be speaking with total modern nonsense phrases like ratio, got 'em, LMAO, that'd put a funny spin on the whole scenario. He is apparently extremely nice and wholesome, so turning a character like that into someone uncontrollably angry and aggressive makes for an awesome villain. There's also a theory that the darkness represents online communities, and specifically the toxic and aggressive opinions people in fandoms can have towards certain shows or even each other. Once again, another extremely modern and I suppose possible idea given the internet slang focus, but this seems like it is way too niche and specific to be a plot for a fully produced cartoon, don't you think? In the grand scale of things, internet fans like this take up a very small percentage of the people who actually watch these shows. So if this was actually the plot twist, it would kind of just make the series seem like it's a call-out post to a very small group of people. I always think about that in retrospect, how Steven Universe and Gravity Falls both, like, kind of implement a lot of fandom humor into the shows. Like, Steven has that whole episode where Peridot becomes obsessed with that TV show, and it's all portrayed in a way to, like, playfully make fun of cartoon fans. And then Gravity Falls does a lot of self-referential humor where it's like, oh, that plot twist was so obvious because the fans predicted it. But I feel like if you're watching Steven or Gravity Falls and you're not someone who's invested in internet culture, or you're watching either show several years after they ended, I don't think jokes like that will really have the same effect at all. Because not only will you not have any relation to the fandom at all or understand any of the in-jokes or anything like that, but also internet culture just changes so much. Like all the formatting and fandoms and stuff that TikTok has introduced has alone made things seem really different than how things were back in 2012. So if this was the twist for Pibby, it would kind of be missed by a lot of people, and it would probably become irrelevant pretty quickly. Because in the grand scale of things, internet fans like us take up a very small percentage of people who actually watch these shows. I'm sure it's probably bigger than I'm thinking it is, but still, it's just not a twist many people would understand. And it's one that is pretty toxic within itself. It's very cynical to have such a rude message directed towards an audience like that. Yeah, okay, Pibby is already a mean-spirited idea in a way, considering it's a show about a monster possessing and killing well-known cartoons. But as crazy as it sounds, that's not meant to be offensive to any of these shows. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a very unique celebration of the history of cartoons. I feel like from some of the comments on my Pibby videos, that's something that people don't really get. Just because, you know, we all have our own big emotional attachments to certain shows, so seeing them portrayed the way they are in Pibby seems like it's a little mean-spirited, but it's really not. It's just meant to be really interesting and subversive. I really think Pibby is simply meant to be a very unique horror concept, and not some sort of allegory for the writer's thoughts on any of these shows or the communities surrounding them. So if they somehow put in a message to the show like, oh, these shows are dying because people on the internet are mean, that just seems kind of lame, rude, and, well, it's not scary, you know? It doesn't really mesh with the horror thing that's going on. It takes away from the fun, and again, just makes the whole series into a call-out post against like 0.3% of all animation viewers. It's just something that wouldn't really make a lot of sense to a lot of people. Much like Smiling Friends, Pibby will very likely become a series that is greenlit because of how much the internet enjoyed it. So if the show's plot twist is about how the internet is bad and harmful, unless it's conveyed in an exaggerated, silly way, it just wouldn't feel right. Once again, definitely a creative and modern idea that a lot of people have suggested, but not one that I think fits this show, and it's honestly, in general, just not an idea I think any televised production by Warner Brothers would want to convey at all. Like really, Warner Bros. Would want as much internet engagement as possible. They wouldn't want to make a show that's supposed to be rude to internet cultures. So I believe Bun Bun uses internet slang either because it's referencing how the internet and streaming services are literally taking over all media, or simply because it's funny. You know, it's really unconventional to have a scary villain say like, OMG, take this L. And there we go. Even more unneededly elaborate thoughts about a horror short. I really can't believe you've all given me so much to talk about, but it's great. It's a testament to how well produced and appealing Pibby is, that we can pull so many theories and so much character from something that's so short, spooky, and simple. I greatly appreciate all your support on my Pibby videos, but of course, continue to stay tuned for my videos about other cartoons as well. Go back into the comments and hit me with even more theories if you have any, and perhaps toss some suggestions my way. I'm sort of out of the loop on popular, short, trendy web animations right now, so let me know about some of your favorite series or games that are relevant right now. I will also be making a Q&A video about my channel soon, so feel free to comment on this video and ask any questions you have about myself, my favorite shows, how I make videos, anything you want. And once again, if this video reaches 250 likes within 7 days of it being uploaded, I'll make even more Pibby content for sure. Thanks for the support. Share my channel with your friends and help me reach 15,000 subscribers. We're almost there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please hit the like button so more viewers like you can find this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel with notifications on to see my future content, and follow me on other sites like TikTok and Twitter for special exclusives. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more.